What up? It's your boy. We're back. I need to get I need to get my controller. Hang on. Ah. I was like, I feel so comfy, and I was not wrong. It is pretty comfy, and it was comfy because I didn't have my arcade stick out. I do need to remember I have like some ice cold mineral water that I need to remember exists. We're back. We're doing some Trackmania. I'm thinking like the videos on YouTube look so dog shit. It kind of makes me want to peek out the mic, honestly, and just like get some real nasty shit. It looks vintage. It looks like a fine. You look at the video on YouTube with their shitty encoding, and it looks like it was recorded by me in like year of our Lord 2009. Just the most dog shit quality. We'll start in with endurance. This is as I recall I think it's just a straight 3 laps. Yeah, it looks to be that way. I need to adjust my we'll play it through. I need to adjust. I mean, my audio on my end sounds a little loud. Yeesh. We'll play it through just for fun. But I need to adjust my my CRT settings. The screen is like a little. It's coming off a little bit. It doesn't. This won't impact it for you guys at all. This is just such a dog shit. I need to remember how this map works. I forget what this strat is there. Probably just a longer drift. Oh. This is going to be a very funny time. We'll run it through. Alright. Give me a second here. I don't think this should affect you guys like at all. Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, something like so. Like because it's a CRT, right? You can like adjust where the image is sitting on the screen. So like for me, it was like partway off. And now let me just get the volume down a little bit. That might be too quiet. There we go. All right, let's approve. I can't believe that's a silver medal. That's so funny, dude. I had such a nice clean line there. Whoop. We might manage a gold. Yeah, I just need to. It's the. I'll blame my stick, right? I probably don't need to release there. I'm like braking and releasing. Okay. I'm too fast. I do remember that was like a thing I needed to like contend with, right? You get so fast that you need to then adjust to the. You're not used to the speed. See there, I still released a little bit. I don't know if I should be braking earlier or what. We come through. We shave nearly 2 seconds off. Not gold. I forgot what my A button is. I was looking into doing like custom skins, because that is a thing. I actually was gonna commission an acquaintance to make me a Trackmania 2020 skin, and that just never really panned out. and there was like prep work done, but it just never came to fruition. And I always thought it would be like cool to have a like a matching skin across like all of the games, right? We're barely holding on. And I did look in, like, it seems like you can't do as much of the lighting stuff in this game. Like in Trackmania 2020, because of the, I guess, whatever engine it uses. That's really bad. You can do like cool lighting stuff. Like you make it so that your brake lights are like a big thing is people do like lights all over the car so that whenever you brake, the brake lights are like lines on your car, which is really cool and stuff like that. I don't think you can do that in this game. Maybe you can, but it's probably a lot of extra work. I was looking around for resources just to make like my own skin, and there's like some, it seems like for what I want to do actually, because I want to do kind of a Starfield thing, and it seems like you can kind of do like an easy peasy like you can just do it, if you just want to overlay a Starfield on your car and have that be your skin, actually kind of easy to do. Like you can, if you just want to overlay something via like GIMP or Photoshop, it looks pretty shrimple. But doing anything else, like putting a brush into the game or stuff, seems like a little more nuanced. I don't know. Like I might do something simple. I might just not do the star idea so much. Maybe I'll just do like, I don't know, because the brushes are the brushes are pretty low resolution. Like they don't, if you want to get something like small, they don't really look good. Because I want to do like pinpoints of like starlight, right? They don't look fantastic. So I don't know. That was my stick did a weird thing. Doesn't bode well. I need to break. I need to start that shit so much earlier. I don't know what I'm doing. I got so thrown off. Literally tilted. My stick did like it. I must have like nudged it in a weird way, and it did an input I was not expecting. So I need to remember to use my armrest. That like protects my protects my hand. Otherwise my wrist is gonna be decimated. So I need to like start here, and then you can come out and get a little something, even though that kind of fucks our angle. I just need to break way earlier. I'm kind of remembering that now. These endurance ones are gonna be like kind of my least favorite, just because I'm a big fan of shorter maps. I don't like the I mean that one where you had to jump and it's like a 5-second map. That's actually kind of sick. I like that shit. So I didn't release that much, but I think just breaking that much is bad. Based on how our car is, how our Ghost is doing. And I don't think I can recover from that. But yeah, I think someday. My thing is that like I like doing the campaigns in these games. Like the campaign is kind of what I want to do, and the problem is that that's good, but also like tremendously terrible. We'll work on it. I could have just maybe reset. Can you do a? I don't think there's like an ongoing. There's not like a running checkpoint. Like I think you have to start. I think you have to start from a standstill. I don't think it's like Trackmania 20 where you can start. You restart at the last checkpoint like while driving. That's okay. I need to be less scared of that turn. I'm being very hesitant, and it's costing me. But I like doing the campaigns, and Trackmania 20 has a thing where it never ever ends. Which is great. I think that's really cool for people who are like looking for that. And that's sort of the thing, right? Is I want like a core experience in the form of the campaign. And then like that's my thing that I beat. And then after that you have all your custom maps and such, right? So it's good. It's like a blessing and a curse or whatever. All right, this is an improvement, certainly. I don't think it's author time. Yeah. I think the other thing, this is gonna sound like needlessly mean, but I'm not trying to be mean. And I think overall, it's maybe me just having... I feel a way I do, and I'm not necessarily saying it's the right way to feel. But I liked it when Nadeo made all of the maps. Like, I mean, their campaign maps are still like those. They get fucking brutal in a way that I think they still don't in these older games. But like the weekly shorts and stuff, the fact that it's not made by Nadeo, I don't know. I guess I don't trust other people to be I don't trust other people as much to be making maps. Again, like it doesn't fucking matter, and if the map is good, it's good, right? Like, who cares? But I don't know. That's just the way I feel. Sometimes you feel a way, man. And I'm not saying it's right, but it's just like, it's kind of like me using using proxies or not in Magic the Gathering. Like, I know logically proxying is the way to go, and using just using sleeves and proxies. But my head, my stupid, or not even my head, like my heart, my soul, I guess, is like, no, we can't do proxies. Like, then it's not the real card. Way fucky. But I think we'll let it ride, I guess. We're not that far behind. Oi. So close. Too close. But yeah, you know, it happens. Also, my mom immediately gave feedback about in the last video, I think I mentioned the AI thing. I do not know if she was being passive aggressive or if she was actually trying to be nice and it just came off in that sort of older person texting kind of way where it's like it came off incredibly passive aggressive. But she sent it to like my sister's baby group chat and was like, for anyone concerned about AI stuff, da da da. And I'm like, that's not really what I wanted. Now and then my sister was like, this has Ben written all over it. I'm like, why are we? What's this? I didn't need the fucking call out. Seems unnecessary. Hup, hup. If this seriously? I still have more speed? I guess not, and then I ruined it. But it was just, I mean, it's very funny. It's fine. Like, my family all gets along. Like, it's whatever. But you know, parents sometimes. I mean, it could be worse. Like, I've talked mostly with my cousins, actually. I don't know, maybe the cousins and friends, I guess. I don't know that this is I actually surprised I was completely stun-locked by that. I didn't expect it to work so well, and I didn't know what to do with that information. Oop, was adjusting my arm. I'm talking to my cousins and my friends about like how fortunate I am, because like I really haven't had how many families have had issues with politics the last how many years, right? A lot, I think, an unfortunate amount, and I count myself very lucky to not have to deal with that. Like my family, there's been like some stuff, like it hasn't been perfectly smooth, but like certainly at this point, my family all agrees, I will say, for better or worse, on the major points. And there's been, no matter what side you're on, it's nice to not have to worry about getting into fucking spats over dinner or whatever, right? Like it's pretty nice to have a cohesive unit. And I think everybody, like, we're pretty good about listening to each other and stuff, which is obviously good. I did not need to, I don't know, my brain was like, drift it. Drift it, bitch. That's definitely not right. I don't know what the angle there is. I guess the other, the thing that would make me more inclined to do Trackmania 20 is if I had a capture card. Because I play that on, my laptop can like I'm not even on max settings on this game right now. So like, I play Trackmania 2020 on Steam Deck. And I can record on it, but like, that was clean. Don't throw. I'm gonna throw probably. Oh, I'm still. I braked like too hard or whatever. So I play on there and it can record, but just not particularly well. You have to be bold. You have to be bold. You can't shy away. You'd rather fly too close to the sun than not fly at all, or something. That would be like, maybe I needed to hold drift just a tiny bit more. That felt pretty nice. Let's see, what else has been going on? I mean, it's not much, right? Because I'm just here, like, I work, I game, I sleep, and I am content. I guess today's work was like a little bit scuffed. I didn't have much work, but I did manage to get like some nice projects near the end of the day, which my stuff is all, I do gig work effectively, so it's like paid by the task and the project and shit, so some of them are different rates, and it was like something that technically I'm not qualified for at all, because it could potentially involve coding, which I do not know how to do. And but some of them it was like half and half, so like they opened it. I have my wife, I'm not going to elaborate on this actually. I know coding. And this project was half coding, half not coding. And I got very lucky, and I got exclusively non-coding things. And I was able to do a bunch of work for a pretty good rate without having to like scuff any of it. And that felt very nice. I think I'm just gonna get past. Nope, we still did it. We take those. So yeah, that part was fine. I made some chicken on the spur of the moment. I've been very lazy with my baking, not in a bad way. I guess the only thing that like I'm actively doing, I don't know what I'm doing, but the only result I'm getting that I'm like not happy with is my chicken has ended up like a little dry. And I think I'm just literally, I need to just cook it like slightly less. Like everything else I think is fine. I just need to either check on it a little more frequently and make sure that everything's as it should be. or I need to, that's not ideal. Or I need to just put it in the oven for less time. Because I've been just baking it. I realized, like, why are we making this complicated? Chicken, oil, glass dish, call it. Leave it in there for however long you need. I released and I kind of regret it. But I guess if I can keep some speed. I released again and I flubbed it. That's too much. And then like my strat, I guess I don't always do that. The other day, like today I put in the chicken, left it for however long, and then at an appropriate time I toss in all the veggies that I want, you know, some asparagus, some pepper, onion. And it turned out great, but the chicken is just like a tiny bit dry. Like it's just, when it came out, it was very good, very juicy, very tender. So I was very pleased, but then like you leave it for a tiny bit and it dried out like pretty quick. So I need to work on that. The other day I did veggies in the oven and chicken just fried it in the cast iron. And it's been great. And today I got a little bold. And I did there's a thing in Armenia called ajika. And it's like a chili paste. Really. It's hot. It's hot and it has good flavor. Like it has a very, very nice flavor to me. It can get pretty spicy. I don't think it's anything like tremendous or unique, but it's just very good. So I took some of that, put it in a little bowl, added a bit of olive oil, and then added a bit of honey in it, and just glazed the chicken with that. So I felt pretty good. I felt pretty good because that felt a little. I'm not too good about that shit, and it just felt a little bit inspired, you know. Nah, I was too quick. I feel good about this though. Like this isn't a very exhausting map for me. I'm actually very proud of how I'm taking these corners. Again, Soul Calibur 2 GameCube Edition Hori Fight Stick is the controller of choice. It is perfectly serviceable. Also, the reason why the GameCube one is the best, not the Soul Calibur, I mean it has a Link, but that's whatever. But the colors on the GameCube Edition stick are so good. It's like a cool, like the atomic purple, like the GameCube, and then it's like these neon green buttons. I nicked there. And the ball top is green as well. And then there's a start and I think it says select, or no, it doesn't say select. It's probably Z or something, because it functions kind of like a right bumper. Because this is a 6-button stick. It has 6 buttons, and you have start and Z, which I think functions as a right bumper in most games. So like any fighting game where they make you fucking navigate menus with the bumpers, I have to go, like, I only have one bumper. So it's it's like scuffed, but it works, right? It's just that fighting games are you're designed to have like a start, a select, 2 triggers, 2 bumpers, and like a minimum 4 face buttons. So it's all like based around that, and not to mention your D-pad, right? Or your joysticks and your D-pad. So you could, like, in theory set shit to like right stick, because that's never being used. Functionally never being used, I guess, unless you're in like training mode or something. Yikes. But this is actually I need to get my good fight stick. First off, it has more buttons. And I think actually I could maybe, if I'm playing games on Steam, with a lot of fighting games I'm playing on Steam, and if I'm playing older fighting games, I don't have nearly the same amount of options. Even in modern like collections with training mode and stuff, you don't have nearly the same amount of stuff. But in a modern fighting game, you want to be able to navigate menus easily, so you need your bumpers and whatnot, or something tied to that. And then there's like record, dummy play, reset for training mode. So it's like a huge, like there's a lot of stuff that you actually want slapped on. And even just for the fighting aspect, like just multiplayer, they're moving, we're like, there's like creep, there's button creep. Because it's not just, you don't just have like a, I mean, Street Fighter is the 6-button, the classic 6-button fighter, right? You have light, medium, heavy, and then you have punch and kick, so you have 6 buttons. But now there's other games that are doing like light, medium, heavy. Then you have like an assist, or you have like a special, or you have or you have like a unique thing, or a skill button, and then you also have a guard, or you have a dash. And there are some games like I'm not good enough to do this kind of stuff, but I know that it exists in Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. There are combos in which there's a guard button, and you don't need it to guard. You can just hold back or down back or what have you. But there are some combos where actually you want to tap the guard button to give like a whatever frame delay, and that's, you like need to tap that. You can't do back or down back or whatever in the middle of the combo. Okay, we do get an improvement here. It's pretty good. Yo, I didn't expect that at all. I still had like time to pump in. We take it though. I'm not gonna spend, because we have more maps to do and I actually have time now. I'm not gonna. I'll have a new message on WhatsApp. Hang on. Oh, it was my mom. I'm glad. I felt a little bad after I texted her stuff and she like said that she like had the paid account and everything, and like she didn't respond and stuff. I'm like, ah, fuck. So I sent a baby picture and then like a little message and another picture, and I'm like, oh my god. And she just responded. She didn't respond to that either. I was like, uh-oh. But she also like was at work and stuff, so she can like text at work often, but I feel like it's definitely the type of thing like get home, forget everything that happened during the day, and then and then like don't text Ben back. Let's see. I remember you. I remember doing you. Cause we have this right, and then we're freewheeling. Cause you want to be like, you want to do that, and then you want to not have a fucky landing. And then there's something with there's something with grass. I don't think you can. Maybe you can like cut that corner in the water somehow if you have speed. But the thing I texted her, I was like, because I sent the baby picture, and then I was looking at old, you know, like a year or whatever. Of not a year, I guess a year, about something like that, of my daughter, and I was like, you know, like what the fuck? She's so tall now, and then I'm like, sending the older pic. I sent the current pic. Wow, that was fast. Holy shit. I think I struggled with this one a little bit when I did it on controller. That's very funny. I remember taking this one for a while and being like, how on earth? But I sent the older picture, and I'm like, it's a little fucked up that, you know, there's like part of you when they're little, and you're like, I just want you to be old enough to like tell me what you want. I want you to be big. I don't want to have to worry about you like wondering what you want. Let's finish, I guess. I forgot entirely what this map was. And you know, just that being able to crawl or go on walks and stuff. Like there's things that as they get older, it gets easier and easier to take care of them. But I was looking at these old pictures. I'm like, I miss you, dude. Like I want to go back. I don't, and it like hits you. It hits you like a fucking truck that you don't get to go back. You can't fucking go back. You're never gonna go back, man. It kind of sucks. I forget if there's like a trick to this. I know it's a release, like you just gotta release properly, I guess. But, man. And like she's so cute, right? And she's so cute in a different way. Like we said, it looks... Oh? Oh, Ashante. Maybe? No. Okay. It's so weird because when her first tooth came in, actually she got like 2 teeth. She got her 2 bottom teeth, I think. And then I think like immediately her 2 top teeth, her top and then I think bottom and then top, or like it was roughly I don't even remember because it was functionally like the same time. So at first it was like, oh my god, she looks so weird with teeth, right? Like it's so strange to think about. And then I look back at pictures of her, I'm like, man, you're like a little gum gremlin. It's weird. There it is. I knew it couldn't be that far off. Because, like, I know this map has some shit. I think I looked at the record once, and I think this map does have some weird shit to it. But it's like, it's like Trackmania TM, haha. Trackmania TM copyright pending weird. Like, you gotta do weird bounce shit or something. Do I remember you at all? Like vaguely. Vaguely, I suppose. That's not too bad. That felt okay. Not that good, I guess. I didn't even see what gold was. What do you want? Maybe it is. I think it's gonna be. Yeah. It's just better. I don't know why I was all uptight about that shit. Okay. And now maybe we just shoot for author time. Just get it right away. That'd be neat. Oh, a little bit of slowdown. Okay. The improvement, it doesn't, it's one of those weird things where like, I don't care how long it takes to get the author medal, but improvements just feel so good. That's bad. I've taken that, I know what to do on coming up on that uphill, and that time I just biffed it. Nope. Yeah. I don't know, man. Stuff with kids is, there's so much I get now. I think I'm losing it. I think this is actually a case of me, like, eating a fucking gear where I shouldn't be. It's kind of what it sounds like based on the ending. I'll say I would never be the type of person to like say this shit, but you know there's like the memes of people, you know, not fucking memes. The ancient bit of parents being like, you don't understand being tired. You don't understand. Oh, you worked a 48-hour shift, no breaks, no sleep. You don't understand what it's like to be tired. Like that's like as old as time, right? I would never do that type of shit to someone. Like, I think that's just stupid. But on the inside, yeah. It's like, yes. Actually, like, there was a period there, and I didn't even get the bad shit. Cause like baby was born in Russia and I couldn't be in Russia for obvious reasons. So like I missed the first 3 months when it was colicky. I wanted to go for like the time of colic, but then I phrased it like baby. Anyway, that was brutal, right? That was like a completely different level that I didn't actually experience. But even without that, my God, like, and I think we have a good baby. You know, like my kid's the best, obviously, but she wakes up pretty frequently. It turns out, if you getting 4 hours straight sleep, or like 4.5 hours of sleep uninterrupted, actually feels better than getting 8 hours of sleep, but you get up every hour. So I think the thing is we don't want skid marks there. That's my finding anyway. But like you're still just tired, and it is very funny. Like with my parents, is there like a cut? Can we cut that corner maybe? With my parents now, I understand how they can get like 6 hours of sleep and just be chilling. I think maybe you could. We'll try it. Maybe you want to go like even earlier. I feel like that's just not it. Let me use this run to explore. I don't care about that because we're gonna explore. I just want to see. So if you go like over here, yeah, we'll try it. That's the wrong angle. I think we don't want to angle over. We want to stay on the right, and then we can go over. But yeah, like you get 6 hours of sleep. I need to figure that shit out, man. Is it like a little? I don't know if it'll actually be faster based on the angle. Yeah, that's stupid. Maybe you can jump there. Is it like, yeah, maybe up there if you get in early? This doesn't seem like that doesn't seem like it. At least that angle. I'd have to go like straight down. It doesn't. I don't know if there's a. I mentioned penalty dirt in the one video, and I don't know that actually exists. It feels like it's so fucking close, man. Like it feels like I'm on the cusp of something, but I feel like that's not it. Because you have to go way too down. It's going to be way too awkward, and you're going to have air time. So that just has to be slower. Maybe it's like something, maybe going like a little wider. So you get like a different bounce, and one of your tires like stays a little on the ground. Coming onto the asphalt. I didn't do that, but like that's a thing that maybe would work. Okay, that's something. 1966. What do we think author time is? I feel like I'm getting close. Did I tap? It looked like I tapped the wall. My ghost tapped the wall. The tiniest, littlest improvement of all, but it's still an improvement. Nobody can take that away from me. I feel like I almost had more speed for a little bit there, and then I threw it away a bit. I took a wide line. Oop. I need to, that's another thing I want to do. I need to put in, like, I need to choose my different horn. I don't know what horn I'll do. It'd be really funny to make it, like, a novelty horn. And find, like, a horn that does, like, the entire Dragon Ball theme or something. Oh, I don't think I hit there. I think just going up on that green, it's like enough of a curb that it bumps you down and it takes some speed. That's what it seems like happened. Man, I had a good start on my ghost. Okay, that's something. Man, I was gonna say, is it like into night like 0.5 something? Apparently. Nope. Nope. This is a fun one though. I don't mind this. This is like the mix of dirt and asphalt is fine for me. Okay. We found a bit of a different line. It's what did I do? I went a little more inside on that final turn. I'm like sitting, I need to adjust my chair. There we go. I'm like angling my ass I'm angling myself to hit the mic because I want to be like dead on in front of the monitor, but like I can just be angled and look at the monitor instead of leaning to hit my mic. Now watch me completely crash every time and everything else. Oh, that's nice. The tie. I thought I might have it. I thought I might get like a 0.1 or something, or 0.01. Nope. I will say my loose goal, by the way. Overall, I probably won't be recording all of it. That'd be madness a little bit. But I do want to. I think it'd be very fun to. Ooh, that was close. I thought it'd be fun to get all of the medals in like Trackmania. Someday maybe I'll go for like the other types of cars because I really just like Stadium, right? But all of the campaign medals in this game, in Trackmania 2, in Turbo. Wow, I biffed it at the end. I had that. I don't know if I had it as an authored time, but I had it as an improvement. It's a little rough start, but we'll play it. No. Too rough. Yeah. Weird. I did an extra tap again. No. Jank. I wonder if there's like something I could do there. Oh. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's been going on that's worth talking about. Like, honestly, not really. It's starting to get warm. Finally. Been waiting. I realized... I mean, I didn't used to be this way. Most of my life, I definitely would have been the type to tell you that I greatly prefer... If I had to choose between being too cold and being too warm, I would choose too cold, because it's very easy to rectify that situation, right? I've changed my mind on that. I've changed my tune. I think I would rather be too warm. I'd rather have the environment be too warm. Like, being too cold, being frigid and being too hot. I think it takes more these days. I think it takes more for me to be too hot overall. But I can handle it, man. You know? I'm used to it. And I think that's mostly Armenia, because it gets so fucking hot here. Please. That's a nice one. Still no. Damn. Are we going to 19.3 something? That would be a thing. I wonder if there's something to do in a break tap there. Or if it's like, what if it's bait? What if I'm actually not supposed to land flat? Hold up. My fridge is making noise. I'm just, you know what? We're just gonna let this rock. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna adjust my fridge. You're gonna hear me bang on it, maybe. Give me a moment. I don't know if you heard that. I literally gave it like a little fucking, like, banging on it. Gave it a little kick. I don't know if that actually came up on the mic. Let me, hang on a sec. Let me see if I can see on OBS. It might have been. It might have been. Hard to tell. It just bothered me. Because it's like low enough that I could hear it through the headphone, like through the music and the car noise and everything. And my headphones are open back headphones, so it's actually pretty easy for me to hear stuff. Which is intense. That's what I like about them. Not good for super noisy places, but like For example, I could be working, listening to music, playing games, doing whatever, and like if the baby makes a noise in the next room, I will hear that shit. Oh, we still got it. I can't fucking believe we still got it. That's so funny, man. Well, at least we know where we can improve. But these are actually, that's something I could talk about. I can yap about a little bit. These are the same headphones. These are my first pair of like good headphones. They're Sennheiser 595s. And I got them in 2011, perhaps 10. I want to say 11. Maybe they didn't come out in 2010. That would be a hint. But same headphones. The only thing is that I recently got new cups for them and a new headband because I had not ever replaced any of those in it was 2025, so like 14 years, nearly 15 years. The headband was just like, it was that kind of faux leather polyester or whatever. It was like comfy enough. It's not that it wasn't comfy because like I've had them so long that they're just like locked into my head shape or whatever, so that's fine. But it was just worn down, and the cups were just like nasty. Even if they didn't look nasty, there was so much shit inside that I couldn't see, as it turned out, when I was replacing them. The sad part, I did message send because like you can't get this. These headphones have been out of. They've been out of production. That's the word. I was like, print is not the right word. They've been out of production for a long time now. And there's like no surplus or anything, and they don't do. I was looking around for official, because like Sennheiser, companies will produce spare parts like that. Cups are very common and everything. And the guy, I emailed, and the guy's like, "No, we don't. Thank you for using our product so long. Blah blah blah. It's great. Blah blah blah." I'm like, I get it. At the same time, I was a little bit secretly hoping that they'd be like, "Wow, 15 years using the good old 595s. You know what? As a token of our appreciation, have a free pair of like 598s or something." There's always that little part of you, like just a little, because like if they had one that was close, like the same or give or take, probably more likely to be the same or a little better. I think the 598's been out of production for a while now too, but maybe not. Maybe that's their like evergreen model. To be like, yeah, have one on us, because they're not expensive, man. Like they charge however much for them, but like it cost to get new cups and a new headband. I wanted decent ones. I ended up getting like kind of the velour ones, and the band isn't. They're comfy. They're very comfy, but the band is like, the adhesive wasn't fully. It's not like it's gonna come off ever, and I don't use these in public, so it doesn't really bother me. But it could have been a little better. The thing was, it was like 34. Maybe it wasn't 40. It was like 30 something. But getting a new pair of these headphones, like buying them lightly used or even new on eBay. Sorry, I'm burping all the time because of the mineral water, which I didn't take into consideration, but it's so yummy. It's like the same price. Like I could have just bought another pair for the same price, but like I don't want to. It's like you're getting to a ship at Theseus situation, but like these are my headphones. These are the ones that I have had forever, and they're the ones I want to use. And just like, there's also the element of e-waste, right? Like even if I wanted to get new headphones, like I'd probably try to give these, if not sell them, then give them away. I actually have a pair of objectively better headphones. Obviously, soundstage is going to vary from person to person, but like I think the headphones are more capable. They're Shure 1540s. Those are like my second really nice pair of headphones. And these, the 595s, I think were like 200 something back in the day. Maybe by the time I got them, they were a little less. The Shores are like, I don't know what they go for now, but I think they were like 600 at the time. So they're a step up. And they're, the reason I did my research for headphones, and I wanted something, I know that when you get into like good high-end headphones, you tend to want an amp because a lot of them require a bit of power. They, or like an audio, a DAC and an amp, right? And I wanted something that didn't need that. So that's Sennheiser 595s. Like the consensus was that, yeah, they don't need that at all to sound good. Like you're going to get a nice sound, blah, blah, blah. And I was very happy with them. I'm still very happy with them. And the Shores were, Shure, I think it's Shure actually. The Shores were, I didn't have an amp at the time. I knew it was a thing that existed. And I wanted a pair of headphones that sounded pretty good without an amp, but also would benefit, like there'd be a good benefit to having an amp. Because if you get an amp and you have like Apple Apple earbuds from 2009, it's not gonna make much of a difference. But I knew I wanted to get some someday, so those were like my headphones to take advantage of that. And I went down the whole audiophile rabbit hole. Like, I had everything in FLAC, everything, and not even just FLAC, but if I could, I would download it in, like, high res, which is debatably good, and there's a lot of services now that just, like, fucking use that word. They'll, like, convert regular FLAC, is like 44.1 to, like, insane level, like, just do stupid shit, and it, if anything, sounds worse. The main benefit of that was I got onto, what is it, PB Thal? It's all caps. I don't know if it stands for anything. It's a guy who does vinyl rips. He's like the guy who does vinyl rips, and they're fucking good. Part of the problem with people ripping vinyls is that you can often, maybe it's a feature for some people, but you can hear like some of the crackle. You can hear it's a vinyl. The rip is bad or something, right? If their needle is bad. This dude had, I mean, it's immaculate. Like, it's literally, it's the only difference is that it's quieter. It's gonna have a quieter thing. Like if I would go to songs back in the day that were ripped by this guy on vinyl, I would have to adjust my volume, and that was like the only inconvenience, because you know, you go from one song and it's like a normal volume, and then it's immediately super quiet, and then you adjust your volume, and then the next song comes on and it's just all up in your ears. But incredible rips, super high quality. Hard to download a little because they're all on like weird services. So you actually are better off, like, you have to find everything you want, and then you have to pay for like a dbrid or something that like lets you, it's like $5 and you can download from all these like it has like all of the Rapid Gator shit, and you can just download from them, and then you just let it rip. You like figure out how much you need, you pay for $5 for a month plus whatever, and then you just send it. Is like the thing. I don't know how to improve here. Maybe it's just, I think it's something to do with this turn. That's tremendously bad. I think I need to, it's like something, maybe tapping brake a little to slide more or something. Or staying wide. You can try staying wide. Doesn't look like that's doing anything. Even accounting for me being bad, it didn't feel like that's the way. But yeah, this dude had super good vinyl rips, and I got really into that. I got my amp, my little preamp, my Shit. It's a company, German company, Shitstack, Schitt, I believe. And it was great. I used it a lot, and then got to Armenia, and I was using it had less space, using it way less. I realized after a certain point, this is my thinking on audiophiles now. if you encounter an audiophile who is talking to you about needing FLAC, about needing high, you know what, I'm gonna take a drink here. About needing high res or any of that stuff, or even needing really good equipment, that person's an idiot if they say you need that shit, or they say that's like what's the most that's like a priority or whatever, right? Obviously, if you have good equipment, you can get more out of your stuff. So we just had airtime there. Otherwise, that was great. For example, after I got my good headphones, I could not tell the quality. Like, there's quality tests online, and it's not necessarily like which one is even better, but like you'll be able to hear the higher bit rate or whatever. So like there's not usually going to be a difference between like MP3 and FLAC necessarily, but you can go and it'll test like between 92 and 256 and all that shit. And generally speaking, when I got the amp and stuff, when I got my little stack, I was my accuracy rate discerning between like different qualities of file qualities of music went through the roof. Like there was a clear difference where I was able to obviously get a better listening experience or whatever. Like I could discern, and that made it worth it. And that's fine. You do get a better. In particular, the thing that stood out to me was like reverb and really high notes, and it made stuff. God, what's the song? I'm trying to think of the pop song. It's like bum ba dum bum bum dum bum. You tell me da 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 da. Is it I Don't Give a Fuck? Is that the one? I can't remember if it's that or if it's a different one by the same person. But like there's when it does like stops, like that do that last note like really stop. It's like full stops and there's a bit of silence. That shit sounded so crispy with the little audio stack. It was like orgasmic. It sounded so, and there was a few. That was a thing I noticed in some mixings. There was actually the Game Chops album, Legend of Synthwave. Legend of Synthwave had a song that did that, and it like did a weird stop, and it sounded so fucking good. Not even necessarily like in the terms of the song, but like it felt good to listen to on your ears. Oh my god, it was so nice. They did a deluxe version of that album, and they mixed it different, and they took that out. And I was like, there are other things that this album has going for it, but you guys fucked up. Like, this was the best part. But I got realizing that I was spending way more time, now that I could discern the difference between stuff, I was spending way more time looking, especially for older albums, like if there was a different mix, if a thing had a remaster, if there was a difference between the Japan pressing and the German pressing of like an Iron Maiden album or whatever. And oh, maybe? Okay. Bro, they're killing me. And I got into pressings more and figuring that stuff out. And that's sort of when I realized, because there's an entire forum dedicated to audio stuff called the Steve Hoffman Forum. And, or Steve Hoffman whatever, and they have a forums. I forget the name of the exact thing of the site. And that's what put me on to the true enlightened knowledge that if someone is talking to you about audio equipment and all that shit, and like how good their equipment is and like needing FLAC files and all that shit, they're not a true audiophile. They're like the bastardization that word has been now taken over by. If someone starts talking to you about which press of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon is better, like they're telling you about the nuance between like the Japanese first pressing and like the second master or the MQI or whatever thing pressing, like that's when you get into that sort of fucked up, that's when you know you found an actual audiophile. Like that's my shtick on it now, is like the mixing and the mastering matter so much more than what equipment you have or what quality of the file is. Like, you're gonna have my understanding for Iron Maiden albums. This is just me parroting stuff. I don't really necessarily hear it as much myself, just because I don't have quite the same discerning ear. But my understanding is that, like, Iron Maiden stuff is a little less bassy in the Japanese pressings, and the drums are brought out. It's not bassy, but like the drums are brought out a little bit more, if that makes sense. So it's stuff like that, right? And that put me, like, that actually got me down to also have way more of an appreciation for, like, mixing in general, the mastering and the mixing of stuff. Like, I heard Ghost's, what was it, 2020 album? 2021? Impera? Holy shit. That thing sounds fucking great. I've listened to it on my phone speaker. I've listened to it on a JBL wireless Bluetooth speaker. I've listened to it on my stack when I still had it. I've listened to it on my Sennheisers. Everything. It sounds fucking incredible. Anything you listen to it on, it actually just sounds great. The balance of stuff is immaculate. And I fucking love it. It's so good. There's so many times when you listen to a song and it's like, yep, they balance this while listening on their studio headphones in the studio and did not give this another thought and just said shove it to the radio. And you can hear the when you play it on like your phone or something, you get like nothing, right? You don't get a bass, you don't get like anything. It just sounds completely different. It's just wild, like that of all albums. That's just a recent example. I know there are some other ones that people point to. Daft Punk's Random Access Memories is like an example of a semi-recent, really, really well done album for mastering. Another one I've heard quite a bit. I keep meaning to listen to it. I never actually listened to it on my stack setup. Rage Against the Machine's self-titled album apparently has like incredible mixing. Steely Dan's I don't know how you pronounce it, Aja, probably Aja, I think is the most likely. AJA, also very good. And then there are like classic ones that are well done, but not necessarily like don't hit all of the same exact right notes. Like Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon is a very well done album from a mixing standpoint, but it doesn't hit all the same stuff that you'd want to listen to if you're listening to like gauge how a system sounds, right? Because like people also use well mixed albums like that to gauge their sound system. So like you don't want to bust out like Eurobeat to test out your system unless that's like exclusively what you're listening to. If you're only listening to power metal, you don't have to fucking pick up Steely Dan to make sure your system sounds good. But that's like the huge thing, and it's not always relevant, right? Like, especially for modern stuff, I feel like you're not getting a different mix very often. But it is a thing to watch out for in like remasters. One off the top of my dome is Blind Guardian has done quite a few. They had I don't remember if all of their albums were included, but they had 2007 remasters of like most of their stuff. And then they had 2015 remasters of everything that they had done up to that point, even like their live albums, which is wild. I think they got remastered, yeah, because they're Tales from Tokyo or whatever. I need to like mimic my Ghost more. My Ghost is doing really good. So I like went out a little bit, I guess. That looks like what happened. Something like that. No. Yeah, those and it's all at that point, it's down to personal preference, right? Like, I don't know I tend to, like, for Iron Maiden stuff, just give me the original. I have the Japanese CDs. And it's all like the original. It's not none of the remasters. But there are a few where there's like different nuances. Like for Blind Guardian, Nightfall and Middle Earth. Like, I actually quite like the 2007 remaster. Part of that is nostalgia because that's the first one I heard. And that's a thing too. Like, I know Metallica had, that was like a thing for a while. Maybe it's still a thing a little bit. Like there were iTunes specific remasters. So like there was I know for Metallica they had a bunch of albums that had like iTunes specific remasters in like 2010 or whatever, 2009, something, 7, 8. And like there is a slight difference. If you listen, there's a slight difference, and in some cases it's usually not huge, right? Like you have to be listening for it. But for like Metallica, which I don't really listen to that much at all, but it is a thing of like, now I know that if I want the full nostalgia feeling, I need to go get the iTunes exclusive remasters from back in the 2010s or whatever. And that's going to be the version that I listened to when I was a teenager. And in some cases, a remaster can really bring out stuff. For me, the one I know of, I can't even remember what people actually said about it. Oh, we did have more speed there, but just not enough. Or not in time, I should say. The Green Day's American Idiot had a remaster, what, 2022? That might have also been like an Apple Music, iTunes sort of thing. And people really liked it. I saw a lot of good things, and people tend to enjoy it. It's definitely one I listen to, and to me, if I recall correctly, they did stuff to like the bass. Like they did stuff to the lower end that I just wasn't a fan of. And that's kind of a big problem. Like I've noticed that in the stuff I'm listening to, like there's been quite a few remasters of some metal that I listen to. All of it is like weak. I don't like any of it. They always mix it. It sounds so like they're trying to give it a more modern sound, and I know a lot of times they're like, "Oh, this is what it was supposed to sound like," and it's like, but it didn't sound like that. Then why didn't you make it sound if it was supposed to sound like? You had the technology to make the bass pop more when you were mastering the fucker. Why didn't you do it then, huh? So that, like, they've mixed those, and they're fine. They're okay, but my god, to me they just sound muddy. As opposed to the originals, which are from like the late 90s, that had a way cleaner sound, I guess. Like, stuff wasn't balanced well necessarily, but it felt a little warmer, and it didn't feel, I don't know, the bass just wasn't as front, it wasn't as up in your face. I don't know what the hell to do to gain time here. Offhand, anyway. Because we're getting that thing where, like, now I don't feel like it's a gear problem. I feel like I'm just eating shit. Or if there's something to do with that, something I can do there. I don't know. The fact that you just jump over all of that is a little suspicious. I don't think I need to air brake here or anything. And I tried a brake tap there, but that didn't seem any, it didn't seem any faster than what my Ghost was doing, just champing it out. Very strange. It's that corner. It's that fucking corner, and I know it is. And it's the same problem I had on the other dirt map. And I don't know if it's a controller issue. I can hear the engine just fucking chug. This is one of those, like, if I was still in the, Okay, with that gave us a lot more speed. Too much speed. We got airtime. I need to, like, cut harder. That's interesting. We'll try that. I need to figure out how not to get airtime now. Oh, I nudged. I also did a, so I had gotten like my entire library. I don't know how to prevent that. I guess I need to go sideways earlier. I'd converted my entire library to FLAC, and then I was so locked in on that. My library at one point of downloaded music was 1.3 terabytes, 1.37. It was almost 1.4. It was insane. Oh right, we're going up. I'm so used to the old line. Maybe I can. I mean, that also was like looking like it might gain. And then I like was like, this is insane. Like, this is so much. It's actually impossible to store. It's an extra fucking 1.5 terabytes nearly that I need to store locally, and I also wanted to store online because like I've been working on my library for so long. Nope. And then I got rid of the stack, and I'm like, well, I don't think FLAC matters if I'm not using the stack on these headphones. And I looked. I did the little test. I did the little test with the different audio qualities, right? And one is FLAC, one's MP3, and one's like 256 or 128 or some shit like that. And I keep forgetting my line. And I couldn't discern between them because I'm on my, I don't have my stack, I don't have my headphones. And after that point, I was like, there's no reason. There's literally zero, there's actually no reason to have all this shit in FLAC if I can't even hear the difference. The only argument, by the way, I actually should have mentioned this way earlier. The only argument for FLAC is that if you transfer your music a ton, right? If you move it from hard drive to hard drive, all that shit, you will never experience like a loss in quality. Like that's the only reason, and it's like, it's a kind of shaky reason. Like it really isn't gonna matter for so many people. Like there's just no reason, but it is a reason if you want to like truly have audio that you know it's not going to be your bottleneck. That's actually kind of the other thing. The okay excuse in my book is like, if you have a FLAC file and it, little tap, and you know that it's good, that it's an actual FLAC and it didn't have like weird conversion shit going on, which you can check, which I did check all my music, then you know that's not your bottleneck if something sounds weird, if you know you're using a good file, right? Now I need to figure out how to get speed from that like I was the other times. I think my start is worse, so I don't have the speed to carry me through it. I need to look at how I'm landing here. Yeah, I'm landing a little earlier, and I think it's not letting me carry quite as much speed as I'd want otherwise. But I think that's the key. I think I'm onto something. Maybe I don't even need to go all the way up that thing. Nope. Did a tap in the air. That was not good. But yeah, so I had all my shit in FLAC, and then I was like, there's no need for this. Moved it all to MP3. And then realized and kind of while I was doing it, I got it all to MP3, and then I was looking at stuff, and I'm like, I got, that's right, because I found my old iPod, and my old iPod is only 160 gigabytes. Taking my music from FLAC to MP3 brought it down to like 350 or 400 or something initially. I'm like, well, I got to get it down. So my first step was I adjusted I wanted to get all my genres aligned, which I hadn't really ever done before. And I had so many scans from when they were in FLAC, right? Because people will just scan the cover, full fucking like 8K scans of all the manual, of all the booklet pages, of the cover, of the back, of the CD, all that shit, which is great. I really, really appreciate that. I'm glad there's people doing that stuff. But that shit takes up a lot of space after a while. It was like multiple gigabytes for like, I had a lot of artists too, right? It was like 300 something artists, maybe more. And then they all have like giant scans of all of the pages of their booklet, the CD and stuff. It adds up. So that took out a big chunk when I removed all that, and I like embedded all of the album art into the tracks themselves. Like, and I lowered that resolution too. But I wanted to, there was like part of me that I know I don't need to fit all the music onto that one iPod, but like I kind of wanted to, you know, that was an appeal for me, was having all my music on that thing. So I trimmed. I'm like, I haven't listened to you in however long. Like I think I tend to download. I tend to listen to stuff, and I'll download like I'll like something a lot, and I'll download a discography, and then I end up not listening to it as much or whatever, right? You know, it just doesn't. It turns out over time it's just weaker, and I realize I haven't listened to something in years. So there was a lot of that I like filtered out. There was a lot of newer stuff that I had grabbed that I was like, I grabbed you, but like I haven't listened to you like once since I did. So why do I have you here? What good are you to me right now? Oh, we're like so close. Let me grab a sip here. It's been a bit. And then I made the tough decisions of like looking at stuff that I listened to in high school, right? Like I had a lot of black metal. I was an angsty kid for no reason. Straight cis het white boy from a well-off family. A lot of angst naturally. So I listened to a shitload of black metal, and some of it was really harsh, and I have culled a lot of it over the years. Like, I'm not listening to fucking Mayhem these days, but like I had Emperor downloaded. I don't listen to Emperor anymore. I don't even know if I still have them. I think that was one that I left for quite a while because I'm like, oh, you're such a nostalgia pick though. But like, black metal, even symphonic or melodic black metal is like hella angry. It's so harsh. And it's just not the vibe. It hasn't been the vibe for like years now. So I was like, looking at Emperor, I'm like, yeah, I can listen to this stuff and like it's nostalgic and kind of fun. But I'm like, when did I actually listen to you? Like, if you came up on my rotation in a playlist, I'd be kind of annoyed at you ruining, you're harshing my vibe. So I like called that. I started calling stuff, all that old stuff that I hadn't listened to in fucking forever and a day. And it quickly wore down. And then I started calling like more stuff. Like there was a lot of stuff that I kind of had almost as a one that I got rid of. Not got rid of, because like I don't really use Spotify, but I use Spotify for certain things, right? Like Spotify for Christmas music is fucking great. I don't really care to have a shitload of one-off Christmas songs from people and then have like 40 copies of Jingle Bells taking up space on my drive. So I do like downloading my music, but something like Christmas music, that's, to me, that's what Spotify shines at. And kind of in that same vein, I, like, for example, I had like every album that Vicente Fernandez has put out. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. It's probably not. But I only ever listened to that stuff on shuffle because I just turn it on and let it rip, right? And that's great. Except Spotify is really good at that, and they have a lot of his stuff on there. So like, it's just not a. It just wasn't worth having all that space on. I'm like, when do I listen to you? I listen to you in context with this, and I can just turn on like a Spotify mariachi or ranchero playlist or something, which is fine. Like I think that's okay. And same thing for like I had the Urusei Yatsura soundtrack. That's like a fuckload of albums. Like a lot of albums. One of them was like a 10-disc set. Like every track. You know how much I listened to that? Fucking never. Or like the tennis soundtrack. You know how much I listened to that? Never. You know how much I listened to Anthe's theme? All the fucking time on loop. So I'm like, I could just have you and nothing else, and I'd be fine. Our airtime is gonna damn us. That could have been the one. I didn't even pay attention to like what I was doing. I think I just had a really good line here. But I was like ahead. I was ahead by the time we got to this part. So yeah, like I called the entire tennis soundtrack. I was I listened some stuff I listened to like get a feel, right? Because I had a lot of lo-fi hip hop. You don't really need a lot of that. There's not a shitload of innovation going on. I shouldn't say that. For how I engage with that genre of music, there is not innovation that is going to entice me in that genre. I'm sure people who listen to it a lot would be able to tell a lot of nuances that are going on. And I did notice like a slight change. My main way of engaging with it was just grabbing the Chill Hop Records seasonal essential albums. They'd have like fall essentials, summer essentials. And they're lo-fi hip-hop that's supposed to give you like the vibe of summer or winter. And such. And I noticed I was like kind of listening through them. I've faded on them in the last like couple of years, and I realized like the sound had like shifted a little bit into stuff that just wasn't hitting for me as much. And I went back and I like checked kind of when that started, and then deleted all the albums after, because I'm like, you don't hit for me in the same way. You're not. Also, there's like a little element of when they got big, right? Like when they were, obviously they've always been like, I think the chill hop, lo-fi hip hop sort of thing, but we're very slow, but we had a pretty good line for a second there. So I called that stuff. Some of my other lo-fi hip hop that I'm like, I really, because that's another, again, it's a genre that I just plop on, right? I'm not out here putting on like an album of it or listening to individual tracks that I really like. There's like maybe a couple, but generally speaking, I'm just gonna put it all in a fucking playlist and hit shuffle and let it rip. And if it repeats, I could listen to every song in that playlist, and if it repeats, I would never know. It would not register until I hit like the couple of songs that I truly recognize. I think I'm going to try to get this author time, and then I'm going to call it. It's been about an hour and a half. Getting to bedtime again. I felt like that was a pretty good line, and then just nothing came of it. Like, it looked like I had a good bounce that kept my speed. I guess I could also just look at, like, what people do on this stage, if there is a shortcut somewhere. I mean, that was fucking sick. I was way ahead. What the fuck was that? Okay, what did I do? I, like, went out here, and I went way out here. Yeah, that downhill gave me, like, a shitload of speed. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna actually PB here. Oh, I must have nicked the button. Alright, okay. That's funny. So that's not even far enough over. I don't think that's enough speed anyway. Yeah. This fucking... It took that long to accidentally get on that area. That's so funny. Yeah, so we go here and then ride that down. I don't know if this one... I don't know if that was enough. It might have been the wrong angle. Yeah. But we know we have the strat. Or we have a strat anyway. Yeah, I just managed to not, like, eat a gear or whatever the fuck is happening. This is actually, like, dirt is really fucking miserable. Just wait for someone who knows what they're doing to make it far enough in the video to, like, tell me how to fix my shit. See, that felt really good, and then I think I didn't even have, like, airtime off of that little mini ramp. And then it's just like, I clipped it wrong or whatever. Yeah, I touched. Bad touch. Yeesh. I don't remember this one being this rough, but it might be a controller diff. I wonder if it is something with like smooth steering or something. That's not good. We gotta stop hitting it. I just want to get this authored time. It's gonna be like another 40 minutes. I think I had more speed there. But it's again, I need like a I need a way longer straightaway to do anything about it. Oh. There's part of me, there's like the little demon inside of me that's like, just pick up the controller, bro. Just grab your 360 controller and fucking one-shot this. And just call it a day, man. You could go to sleep. No! God damn it. I don't think that would have PB'd. It probably would have been enough, but like... I'm just so mad because I know the one where I was fast and I didn't expect it. I was 0.16 ahead of that checkpoint, man. 0.16. If I hadn't thrown, it could have been over. There's no fucking way that didn't PB. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. As soon as it fucking touches, I can hear the engine rev down. Gonna have to end up paying someone to fucking teach me how to do this shit. We're also faster there. Like, we're getting such good stuff, and it's not enough. I would actually be really curious to know. And this isn't really a salty thing. I'm just very... I don't know what it would be. Logically, I feel like the dev team would have done their... Because these are all... It's all Nadeo tracks, right? Like, they're official campaign tracks. Logically, they did... I want to say they did the author times on a keyboard, but like, did they do it on keyboard or controller? That'd be a very interesting thing to know. Because I know, like, plenty, like, there's so many people playing keyboard, right? And you are at a disadvantage, generally speaking. Just dies. Just all the speed fucking dies. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to stay wider. I like hit a weird bump on my ghost that just lets my speed not die. It's the same exact problem of the other one, where it's like, I don't know how the fuck you made it. You threaded the needle. Because I don't think I braked. I don't think I did a brake tap or anything. I've been trying that on and off, and it doesn't really seem to make a difference. No. The only thing I can think of is like maybe going like hella wide at the start. I still get this. It doesn't matter what I do. God himself could come down right in the beginning of this, and I would still hear that fucking engine lug at the same fucking spot. Is there a slide? Is there a slip? That felt like I was... Maybe I just... Do I need to like tap faster? I felt like slightly, but that's the thing. I can't tell if that's the variable that like helps, you know? Because like I was tapping there, but my line was way worse. Because that's the key. That's the fuck. It's just like that other god awful dirt map. My personal opinion, I'm gonna be a little salty if I may. My personal opinion is that if this is what the dirt does, your physics engine is fucked up. Like you made a mistake somewhere. I played fucking Forza. That's not how goddamn gears work, man. Like, I've driven real cars on gravel, and I've drifted the shit out of them. That's not how gears work. That's not how gears work! It's just not how they fucking work! That's how they work in Trackmania. That's fine. But, like, whoosh. There is something about like that like a nose down too. I'm tempted. There's like a stop the recording, stop it all, turn it off, and go check. Go check what I did the one time when I was insanely fast. 'Cause that's not it. Maybe I need to. Did I do like a tap before going up the mini ramp? Nah. I don't want it to be a 2-hour video, man. That's not what I wanted. I don't think we had enough speed. I don't think we actually, at best, we would have gotten like an 0-1 improvement. But if then again, if that's all we need, I don't know what author time is. If that's all we needed, I'm pissed. Look at how much more speed we have, and then it fucking dies. What the fuck is happening? I feel like I'm losing my mind because I have so much more speed than my ghost at certain parts of these. Like I'm coming up on him. I'm getting so much speed, and then it just dies. Just dies. That part of the road just has a slowdown on it. And I don't understand. Look at that. Look at me gaining, and then boom. Awful. Awful. And I don't remember it being this bad. So I think it's like in combination, right? Maybe it was this bad. I don't know, man. That felt like slightly better, but then our ghost just comes up because we had the initial speed, but we didn't have anything else. I gave myself so much extra speed and it didn't matter. I had such a good... I'm having such good lines. This is where it just feels like a fucking guessing game. Like, just send it until you hit the magic pixel. I'm tempted to look at a record. All right, give me a moment. No, because then it will fucking... Yeah, there it goes. All right, give me a give me a second here. What are you fuckers doing? You know what? I don't even know what map it is. A11? All right, TMNF A11. Jesus fucking Christ. 1840, 1811. I mean, this just says author meta. We'll do that. Okay. Okay. What do you got? What do you got? Show me the juice. I'm sorry you guys can't see this. I'm just very lazy. Okay, he's going there. He has good speed. I think it's honest to God just he has smooth steering. Like it's literally just he's able to hold an angle on that part instead of tapping, and I think that's what's absolutely fucking me. And because he has a worse line than I do. And if that's the case, like I might actually just have to do control because it's like actually unbearable. Like that part, this early part, I'm not actually going fast enough. I don't know how it would be controller because I'm turning early enough. Like I'm not turning there. He does smooth steering and that's fine, but like it can't, I don't know if it would be that because he's coming in like this. I don't know, maybe I was tapping too much. I'm not gonna beat. Maybe it is the middle. Maybe there's like a spot in the middle that you go. I feel like that didn't. It made me more frustrated. That was very wild. And I feel like on paper it almost feels like I should have been faster. Because it looked like I got like no air, but I think it just was a clip. So it actually slowed me down. I hate how we're like faster than our... We're faster than our ghost, but it's too late. Also, some people have like an 1835. Like someone posted a video of 1835, which is like a literal full second faster. So I almost wonder if there is a shortcut or something. Like, I don't know how you're getting it, unless you have, like, if there's, like, a bug slide or something. That was just bad. Too far up, I guess. I should have looked at the time he got. Let's try tapping less. I feel like maybe I'm tapping too much. It didn't really feel like it made a difference. Not in any meaningful way. Oh. I suppose I also could have just looked up stuff on my phone and that would have at least kept an image for you guys. I didn't think of it in the moment. The handheld device that's right next to me at all times that has the entirety of human knowledge at its disposal would have been a helpful thing to rely on in this case. If I had a better line, maybe. Because we did keep our speed. I'm trying to tap less, and I think depending on the line, that does seem to be working. Oh my fucking god! Son of a fucking bitch. Oh, I'm gonna get you. No. Bad skid. I can't believe I threw. I can't believe I fucking biffed it, man. Because we have this. Probably too much air and too wide, but we'll see. I was actually closer than I was expecting. If we had held like a really tight line, maybe could have like tied. That was the thing that damned me in the other run. I was so inside and I couldn't pull it out without... I was so close I couldn't pull out, man. What if you, like, landed? Hang on. I'm just gonna... A quick dalliance to soothe my brain a little bit. What if we did something like that? No, maybe you have to like get a slide. You have to get like a nose slide or something, which seems like it would take much longer for someone of my skill to do than to just beat the fucking thing. I don't understand why it's doing this, man. I thought it was the smooth steering, but like it's happening when I'm driving fucking straight. Like I'm driving it dead fucking on and I'm still like just getting my ass kicked. Do I need to be like a little sideways or something when I do it? Because that time I was trying to turn at like the right... I was trying to turn while I came up on it. Is that what I determined I needed to do for the last one? Maybe that's just like a hyper consistent thing. Well, that time it didn't really work though. Just make dirt maps that have no ramps on them. It's that. Seems like it would be the easiest way to have everyone be happy. I'm gonna try something. I am using my keyboard right now. I just wanna see. Okay. Takes me back. It's like using my mom's laptop. All right. No discernible. I was like, if it immediately doesn't happen and it feels better, then maybe there is something just really fucking wonky with this controller. Because that's like not out of the question, right? It's a janky setup. But it felt the same. It felt, I mean, turning felt like more responsive or whatever, but not in a way, not in a way that was related to the problem. If I just wouldn't have thrown that one, man, I'd be fucking living. I'm so mad about it because I haven't gotten another thing nearly as close as that. That was a bit of a throw, but I just didn't turn tight enough. But it still wasn't as good as that other one. I think here once again, on like a long straight, I think we had a little more speed. Maybe not. Maybe I threw it away at the end, but... Oh, it's breaking me, man. You're tearing me apart, Trackmania. You're tearing me apart, A11. I take that. Oh, God. How long to get a fucking personal record? And now maybe, was this ramp good, or was the rest of it, because I don't think it was like fucking perfect or anything. So now I'm actually slightly confident. That actually helps. I'd rather not have to deal with a perfect ramp area like that felt like. Like that was just, it felt insurmountable. Being able to gain time at any other part in this track is that mentally feels more doable. That's nice. Please. That was clean. That was such a tight line. Oh, we've done it again. Never didn't have it. That's the thing, right? I knew I'd have it. I'm not. That's like also why I'm not getting incredibly salty, because like there's no reason to despair. We'll get there. Let me just take a peek. I want a palate cleanse. Past fucking 1 a.m. again. I just want to see if it's doable. If it doesn't look like it, we'll leave it for tomorrow. Oh, it's this one. What if I got the fucking bug slide though, huh? That'd be pretty sick. I forget how you work. I think we need to take like one of the earlier, because you can get, the thing with this is that there's like a really fucked up bug slide record that like people grind a shitload for. Yeah, I forget if we have to just turn out early and go across the grass a little more. I had a better line. We'll get this one easy. We'll get this one and then we'll call it. This is my palette cleanse map. Yeah, you do something on this, and then from that, like that little bump right there, you get like a crazy bug slide. And you like get a hit and you launch and you go right immediately to the finish. And it's insanely fucking difficult. I tried doing it once just out of curiosity, and like even the setup was like I couldn't even get the point where you, I couldn't get to the point where you can get the bug slide. Because you have to like crash over the edge in a specific way. That's very wide. Yeah, like I was wondering if you like turn out early there or something. I don't think so. We'll give it a shot. I'm not too worried about this one. Like, what if you just went in there? I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Because I feel like you'd just be going slower on grass. Hop. Interesting. Am I close? Am I close at all? 19 seconds. Uh-oh. Oh. Also, it's not a 2-hour video yet. We're fine. We're chilling. I think you want to maybe go wide, possibly. Maybe not. Maybe you don't need to. Nope, that's that's the problem of it. That would also be very helpful if I've never, I don't grind these maps, right? So like once I learn what to do, like I move on. Because I haven't really played like servers or anything. That's nice. Okay. Because like people back in the day, they were like playing a shitload of this, right? But now if you're like, for this map, if you want to grind out the world record, to even have a shot at it, it's going to be like 7,000 hours. I'm just going to go for it. I don't think it can possibly be that, right? We'll try. We'll try to set it up. You have to take like a really wide turn so you don't like fucking just hit the wall. Like that. I thought I'd try. I know roughly how to do the crash. I know like the principle of it. You have to like crash and then you can go over and then you get a bug. It's like a weird fucking thing. I just thought I would give it a little attempt. But that is a thing, like having a record in this game, like a world record on a campaign map, is like, holy shit, you're God. Yeah, that's the problem, is I just run into that. Need to timing it is hard. I feel like that's just not it though. Maybe there. Maybe? Maybe. That last one, because you could still get on the asphalt. Or like, what if we did something like that? What if we annihilated ourselves on the fucking thing? I don't know if I want to try for grass or not. I feel like I'm beginning to remember. Maybe I'm gaslighting myself. Maybe this is just a fake memory. I feel like I remember trying the grass, and it actually is just not the way. That also didn't really feel like the way. But that's also because I like had a bad turn. Maybe if my angle was better. Because I turned so sharp that I got skids. That's not good. Thought this would be really quick, honestly. My dumbass. No. What did I do? I just can't remember any of this shit. Almost. Felt a little better. I don't think we actually need to air brake there. I think that's kind of doing nothing for me. Fuck me. But I know what to do now, so we don't need to air brake here. And we do need to go a little wider like I was thinking, I think. Something like that. And we can chill. Yeah. Alright. I think just taking that line and doing it cleaner is the key. I think we found it. Because like we can get over here, can do one of these. Ooh. I had some bad turns near the end, but that was like really clean up until then. Up until it wasn't, it was really good. Because like there's no reason to be wide out there. Probably there I just need to be not wide. Because yeah. Or I need to be not inside. Like that was too. I need to come out a little more. I don't need to be wide early is really the thing. So like I can stay in here and then do one of those and then come in like that. There it is. 2:02 is the time on the video. Not too shabby. I'm happy with this. We've almost closed out the white campaign, man. That's there's gonna be some problems in here. Like, you know, look at all that. That's gonna be an issue. But yeah, man, I fucking love Trackmania, dude. It's so good. It's very enjoyable. It feels so good because like I know I can do it. I believe in myself so hard for all of these. And then you get it, and it feels great, even if you're struggling for a long time and losing your mind a little bit. But we got some good yapping, and that's what's important. So pretty nice. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll continue next time. Peace.